Do you feel like you're constantly rushing, yet truly never arriving? Like you're managing a dozen different tasks, yet at the end of the day, you feel like you got nothing substantially done? I used to feel that way until I started gardening. Digging my hands into the dirt was my therapy, and it taught me 3 important values that I'm going to share with you today. And stick around until later, because I'll share with you one of the biggest, baddest habits that you'll be able to drop just through planting your own food. And the first important value that you'll end up learning just by planting a few seeds is patience and trusting in the process. Because the way society is designed these days, a lot of people chase instant gratification and overnight success, which in reality doesn't really exist 99% of the time. Maybe that 1% you win the lottery for whatever reason. That other 99% of the time, you're gonna have to put in dedication, hard work, and consistency into whatever you're doing in your life. Ideally, something you're passionate about. Even if it's not gardening that you're not passionate about, if you start there, it will guide you to where you need to be. Just by planting a few seeds and then taking care of the plants until you reach harvest time. Throughout that process, sometimes you won't even realize that you're actually learning these important values throughout the process until later on down the road. Because of the fact that you cannot force plants to hurry up, rush, and grow, you have to go through the process of seedling all the way till harvest. Which, you know, if you're that type of person who has a lot of impatience, you'll definitely learn how to become more patient by starting a garden, which is good, right? Who wants to be walking around being impatient all the time? It sounds like a waste of energy. It's kind of inefficient for a person to be impatient all the time. And a lot of people are. So, number 1, patience and trusting in the process that everything will work out as it's supposed to. So if you start some seedlings, pop in some seedlings, and you grow something all the way to harvest, when you reach that day of harvest, and just by experiencing that multiple times, if you're gardening, you're going to be dealing with multiple plants. And that experience to go from A to Z is absolutely priceless, and it will help you in other aspects of your life, I guarantee you. And number 2, another important value that you will definitely learn by the simplicity of planting plants is resilience and adaptability. Learning how to handle certain situations when you run into a hiccup, a problem, a hurdle. You become pretty resilient in finding solutions to your gardening challenges. And this comes with life in general when you think about it, because everybody got problems. Are you going to be that person who provides solutions to others? You can start in your garden. That's a great place to start. Start in the garden. You'll learn how to build things, plant things, counter pests that might come and attack your garden. You'll constantly be developing solutions, coming up with genius ideas. And then that will just radiate to other aspects of your life. So resilience and adaptability, super important in life. Being a resilient and efficient person too. You will end up having more energy. Maybe you're a person who is running around a lot and you're tired all the time. Just by being able to grow some of your own food, I'm telling you, your energy will skyrocket through the roof. I know mine has, and I'm just sharing with you what works for me. If you would like my free Bright Bites meal planner to help you to stay organized and be more efficient throughout your week by saving you tons of time by planning your meals ahead, then comment the word bright down below and I'll be sure to get that out to you. Also, if you do have a tiny space and you're interested in wanting to grow your own food, then I'll leave a link for my other video where I show you how you can grow tons of food in a tiny amount of space. Go check out that video. I'll leave a link above and down in the description box below. Leave a comment. Let me know what is the type of values that you are looking for, seeking for in your life. Do any of them align with some of the values that I'm bringing up today? If they do, let me know below. Number 3 is being more grounded and interconnected with nature and your true self. When you start to work outside, just being out in the outdoors, right? Digging your hands into the dirt, which is what I call my dirt therapy. By just being outdoors and being in nature often, even if it's in your backyard, can give you some of the best health benefits without even realizing it. First of all, you become more grounded, especially when you're digging your hands into that dirt. Getting your dose of daily dirt therapy, as I call it. This helps you to somewhat disconnect from the so-called matrix out there. The hustle and the bustle of everything, all the technology and all that. You kind of just re-plug back into nature itself, which is the ultimate healer, by the way. And this all can start by just simply growing your own food. Because when you go through the entire process, from the seed to the harvest, you truly become more grateful of the food that you're putting on your plate. You realize how much hard work it can take. And then you start having more respect for, say, like farmers. Farmers are probably one of the most underpaid people in our society, which is kind of insane when you think about it, because they're kind of one of the most important people that we need, right? One of the most important professions out there would be the farmers. And in my opinion, they should be paid the most out of the other jobs, a lot of the other jobs. So just becoming more grateful, you will become more grateful when you start seeing how much effort and time and energy it can take to start growing your own food. But it does pay you handsomely in rewards, because the values that you'll learn through just simply growing your own food is priceless. And learning about soil health. Are there bees in your area? Are they coming around and pollinating the flowers? Observing all of this, the quality of your water. What kind of water do you have? And what are you watering your plants with? All of these things are so important. The sun cycles, the moon cycles, the seasons. Just by simply observing all of this and working as a collaborator with nature, not thinking that you're the master of it, will be one of the most biggest and priceless investments of your life. I know this has worked for me, and this is why I'm sharing it with you. Just in my case, I definitely love gardening and growing my own food. And I kid you not, a lot of the best foods that I have ever ate in my life either came out of my garden or other people's gardens, not the grocery stores. The foods and the quality of the taste and smells and everything, the energy of the food that you'll get out of growing your own food, it'll definitely take you to the next level. So wherever you are wanting to head in your life, maybe you feel lost and you want some sense of direction, I would start with gardening. And if you're not meant to be there, you will naturally be directed to where you need to go. And now on to one of the biggest, baddest habits that you'll end up dropping just by simply starting a garden is procrastination. This is like a plague upon society. Procrastination. That's a tough one to let go of, man. Let me tell you. Overthinking things and then not doing it, right? Because you'll be in situations where you have to make a move. You have to go out and water your plants. You have to go out and weed. You have to do these things. Because if you invest, say 6 months of your life into starting a garden, after that 6 months invested, to like simply not water them all of a suddenly because you're procrastinating, that is huge. You could simply take a trip somewhere and forget to water your garden for maybe a week. And when you come back, in many cases, it can just be all wiped out just by simply not watering. So obviously you're going to want to have somebody to come over and water your plants for you, or maybe you can put it on a drip timer so that it can just self-water itself. Whatever the case may be, you'll definitely procrastinate less when you start gardening. And it's not a matter or if, I don't want to do this. It's I have to do this. These challenges that you face consistently will build up strength to where you start to take action more. So when you're faced with a challenge in your life, you can just be like, boom, I'm gonna head this straight on and tackle this right away. Get it out of the way and taken care of. And that is one of the biggest, baddest habits that you'll end up dropping when you start gardening. And talking about seeds, planting, and starting a garden, make sure you check out my other video where I share with you the #1 seed to stockpile for emergencies. This one seed could save you. Check out this video right here, and I will see you there.